How's it going, guys? My name is Damien. Welcome back. Bringing you a review, spoiler-free, for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. This is actually the first time I'm doing any type of movie review on this channel, but I actually really enjoyed the movie, so I said, why not? Let me just share my thoughts and opinions. For you guys that maybe are on the fence about it, or maybe want to hear a different opinion, or anything of that nature. So, in short, I'll say that you should definitely see the movie. It's totally worth seeing. And why is that? Well, first of all, if you're a Star Wars fan remotely, if you've watched any of the movies in the past, then this is totally worth the price of admission by default. If you've never seen Star Wars before, then it's kind of hard to sell it to you, but it's still enjoyable nonetheless. You might feel a little lost because you're not, or you will definitely feel lost, but it's still a really enjoyable movie. It's family friendly. It's got great action, visual effects, sound effects, and all of that. So let's get right into it. As I said, spoiler free, so you don't have to worry about any of the plot lines being given away here. I might do another video talking about that more in depth. Well, we'll see how it goes. So to summarize why I really like this movie, well, it pretty much goes like this. I think the runtime, the fact that they were able to handle splitting up screen time between some of the big characters, giving some honorable mentions to the legacy characters from the previous movies, and having new characters introduced in a way that was actually really well received, that people could actually understand and enjoy at the same time. I think the casting for Rey and Finn, which are the two lead characters in this movie, Daisy Ridley as Rey and John Boyega, they do a phenomenal job. Actually, I was kind of curious about this because I wasn't sure how they were going to mesh well together and how they were going to be able to sell the idea of giving the lead role to these two characters that are not too familiar. And even the actors I've never heard of prior to this movie. So going into it, I was really skeptical about how it was all going to play out. But safe to say, they really did a great job, and I am now officially a fan of Daisy Ridley. I can't wait to see what else she does, and I'll say that the two of them have bright futures ahead of them in the movie industry. If they continue to take roles and take great roles, they definitely can become big stars, or at least do a decent amount of movies throughout their career, because they're both really young. So they had really great scenes, great lines. Actually, John Boyega as Finn, he brought a lot of the comedy to the humor overall to the movie, and that was really great. I appreciated that. As a lead character, he really did an amazing job, so hats off to him, and I can't wait to see him in the sequel. So there's that. The movie overall just had great pacing. There was a lot of nostalgia, of course, for anyone who has seen Star Wars. Even if you haven't, you can appreciate the sound effects, and of course, this is not a spoiler, but there is a lightsaber battle, as everyone pretty much expects when you go into these movies. So there was that at one point in the movie as well, which is really nice. And hearing the sound effects, I saw it in IMAX, and hearing the sound effects of the lightsabers when they collide, really amazing stuff. And really not much else can be said about this movie. I mean, it's really good. So I highly recommend you guys see it. And I am a Star Wars fan. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but I have seen all 6 movies rather, prior. I'm trying to not acknowledge episode 1 that came out in 1999 because it was so horrible, but I have seen all 6 movies. Now, Adam Driver, and I'm going to talk about his character for a bit. He plays Kylo Ren. Now, without giving away anything, it's a little hard to really kind of get into his character, but the way I can really summarize him and tell you guys about him is that he does a really good job of walking that line of depicting a character that he has embraced the dark side, but he's still human, so there's still conflict there. And he idolizes Vader in multiple interviews with J.J. Abrams, because we don't really know too much about Kylo Ren going into the movie. A lot of it's basically a secret, and maybe something that they will actually reveal to everyone as the movies go on, or maybe some more backstory about him, because there has been a huge amount of time that's gone by since episode 6. It's been 30 years, so there's a lot that's kind of went down. But Kylo Ren idolizes Vader. He doesn't idolize who Anakin Skywalker was. He idolizes Darth Vader himself, the Sith Lord, what he stands for. And you can see there's a lot of external, internal conflict with his character. And there's at least 4 moments in this movie where Kylo Ren commands the screen, and you're just like, okay, this is pretty damn good. Like, what is he going to do? And it's really, really impressive. As I said, Adam Driver, he's not exactly a big actor either. I mean, he's been in some movies that I've seen, but he was never in anything like that big where I'm like, hey, I know him. So I actually, when I looked him up, I saw, oh wow, he was in this movie, and I was like, okay, so I've seen this guy before, but you really don't think that much of it when you're watching the movie, because he's a Sith Lord, or he's, the dark side, he's embracing the dark side, so he's always in black and so on. But he does a great job, really, really great job. And the lightsaber battle, like I said, was really great, totally worth it. I mean, the movie was just amazing, so if you can see it in IMAX, I highly recommend it. And if I really, really wanted to nitpick some things about it, which I really don't, but the things I would have liked to see some more of, or at least have some more screen time for, is this character, Poe Dameron. He's a pilot, considered the greatest pilot for the Resistance. And he really didn't have that much screen time, so I would have liked to see some more screen time for him, because his character was actually really witty, and he was funny, and he was just really great. So he was a really cool guy, and he kind of sold the Han Solo when he was younger type of appeal. Like, he kind of had that going for him, so it would have been nice to see some more screen time for him. Aside from that, I could say that there was a lack of the actual Force. There was not really a lot of usage of the Force itself. There's the lightsaber battles, like I said, one moment of Jedi mind trick, which was really cool, and some things like that, but nothing too serious. Like, during some of the fight scenes, I would have liked to see some actual usage of the Force, like grabbing some stormtroopers, throwing them away, or, Kylo Ren doing something pretty crazy. There are some moments where he does some things and other characters do certain things, but it could have been magnified a lot more. I feel like since it was 2015, like, you guys could really kind of push the bar, but they really did take a lot of liberties with this movie and kind of set the standard for what visual effects are going to be for other movies if they want to keep up, because they really did a great job. And I can definitely see this movie getting a few Oscar nominations, not necessarily for acting, but at least for costume design, maybe some cinematography stuff, visual effects, sound effects, that kind of thing, because it's actually just that good. So let me know what you guys think. Great movie, solid runtime. Obviously a cliffhanger at the end. I think that's pretty obvious. It's a trilogy. We know what they're going to do. And I wouldn't really say cliffhanger like it was really that big, but we know that they're going to do 2 other movies. So there's obviously some continuity there that doesn't get fulfilled, and you know that you're going to have to resolve it in the next 2 movies. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below and share your thoughts and opinions. Please don't post any spoilers, because that's really not cool. Although I assume that at this point a lot of people would have seen the movie already, but still, please keep the spoilers out of the comment section. And I will probably do another review where I just talk about the spoilers and maybe go in more depth with the characters and so on. So thank you guys for watching. The movie was awesome. Saw it in IMAX 3D. It was great. The previews were great. People weren't too impressed by the Independence Day trailer. Everyone was clapping. There was a lot of clapping for Batman vs. Superman and Captain America, but not for that. So let me know what you guys think about it if you're looking forward to that movie as well. And if you enjoyed this, do let me know, because I might start including more movies and things like that in my video uploading schedule. Might add some more content variety, so definitely let me know. But my name is Damien, good night, and I will see you guys in another video on Monday.